There is a cult on this server that has made it their sole objective to kill every player and convert them into their sculk variant. And I just so happen to be a member of this cult. However, I want to destroy it from the inside and save this entire server. If I want to do this, I'm going to have to betray my closest friends, guide the entire server through the process, and risk absolutely everything. It all begins about 2 weeks ago when I was asked for a meeting with a player completely unknown to me, Assassin. The only thing I knew about him is that he has the most dog time zone and also has a hit on me. I came to this meeting extremely cautiously, knowing the outcome would likely be me getting jumped. Hey Assassin.
Okay, hi Nat. Listen, I hope you're doing well. Listen, I've asked you to meet here for an important thing I wanted to discuss. So I've seen how you fight. Yeah, and you're pretty good. Me and Target are organizing a team to spread this new nature, yeah, it's called the sculk.
Hold up, what's the sculk? Well, this is a lore SMP, where you're meant to follow partially pre-decided storylines. This sculk is infecting everyone, and there has been a group created around it. Assassin was here to try to recruit me to it because of my history in dominating the server.
And we want you to be in it as well, the team.
What am I, gaining from joining, I guess?
Okay, I'll tell you this from experience. You can get everything you would ever want from the sculk.
This was an extremely intriguing offer. On one hand, I could stay with my current team and guarantee myself to continue to dominate the server with my closest friends. On the other hand though, I can join Project Omega and betray all of my teammates, potentially gaining more power than ever before. While I usually wouldn't join a cult like this, I was too greedy for power. After all, I could just betray them later. So, I agreed to join Project Omega. My first task in Project Omega was to spread sculk in a nation called Olympia. This was a bit of a bittersweet task because I had previously made peace with these people after a brutal conflict. But eventually, I got a lot of sculk down, enough to cover a large area. The next day, I went with Assassin and we covered an entire windmill with sculk. I felt pretty safe with my new team, which was great. I had never really been able to feel safe with my old team due to people constantly betraying. I assumed it would stay this way, but I was wrong. A few days passed and a message was sent in our group chat. @Nate3, your time to shine, kill, tackle. This was the worst possible thing. Well, yes, I was committed to Project Omega and our goals. However, the thing I cherished more than that was the alliance I had with Tackle. He was the first ever player to take me in on the server, and I would feel horrible to betray him. This is when I was presented with a major dilemma. Either I could kill Tackle and stay with my current team, gaining an amount of power I could never have imagined before, or I betray them, leave everything behind, and stay with Tackle. What did I choose? Surely I would have to go with the power, right? I can do anything I want on the server if I should stay with the sculk. However, I realized that absolutely nothing could replace the feeling of a good friend. I decided to side with Tackle, and after talking, me and him had an idea. We could both stage a fight between us, resulting in his death. This would enable me to stay on Project Omega and spy, but the whole time be with my closest ally. The next day, Tackle planned to 1v1 Assassin, where I jumped in.
What if he goes to the other point?
I'm going down there. I'm on.
For now. Should we blackmail him? That he has more ender pearls, so we could actually. Oh yeah, also Taken, I got a sharpness 5 mending and something else I forgot. Maybe I can check 5.
He popped the drowning. He popped the drowning. Why he has KD? Why does he have knockback? Ew.
For situations like this, you just got knockback.
Respectful player. I'm a respectful player.
This is banned on the rules. This guy.
He's 1 for 1 right now, so.
Yes! Yes!
This was the first step in my resistance to Project Omega. Now came part 2. I have to secretly associate myself with the resistance against the sculk. This would be no easy task because I've, well, killed them all. Yeah. I got my opportunity when I was chilling at Assassin's base and saw a few players. The main one that stuck out to me was Sid, the leader of Olympia and a major player in the axe against the sculk. If there was anyone to talk to about joining the resistance, it was her. After they finished up their little talk, I asked her for a meeting.
Hello, Sid. Okay.
Hey.
So, last time we talked, it was, of course, about me destroying your entire nation.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
So, my morals in the server have been, like, a little bit scrambled, right? It started out, I wanted to just, like, get power. I want to offer to majorly help you with this little resistance you're doing against the skulkification. Yeah, basically the two leaders are Assassin and Target, I believe. So
Yeah, I know.
I've mostly just been trying to get their trust, but I just, like, I can't support them because they're going against Tackle. Like, that's my #1 thing I can't do. I want to betray them. I'll be your spy, help you with fights just in case that happens.
That'd work.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to figure out what I'm gonna do.
After this meeting, I felt sort of at peace. I'm now allied with Sid, one of my previous biggest enemies. I decided to do a favor for her, to make sure she knows she can trust me. At Olympia, my team plays dozens of sculk catalysts underground, so that every time you kill a mob, it spreads a decent amount of sculk. Now, there's technically no way to stop this, but I'm just gonna like X-ray for that. I headed over to Olympia and decided to start.
I can't see anything. No, let it spread more.
Once I finished, I DM'd a screenshot of Fixed Olympia to Sid and logged off for the day. The next morning, I woke up to some shocking news. I'll just let you see for yourself.
Yep.
I go in.
Basically, yeah.
But this is worse than being locked up.
I'm going in.
Remember when I said this was the worst possible thing? Yeah, I lied. This is the worst possible thing. Basically, these cells are to convert people into their sculk variant, to basically mind control them. This guy Hyper is one of their best PvPers on the server. A major warrior, and the fight against the sculk was now obsolete, and there was no way to fix it. I recognized how powerful this team was getting, and I knew I had to put a stop to it. It was time for my betrayal. I asked Assassin to meet up at his base. But before I betrayed him, I wanted to make sure he was fully gone. I wanted to make sure that there was in fact no saving him.
So what actually happens after this? Have you
I've never done it myself. I slowly let the skull consume. So, have you ever seen the skull doing anything bad for us? Like, genuinely.
I mean, it's made Olympia look like a mess. It's made Switzerland look like a mess. That's been
You
the
know
case.
how I said this on stream and I was joking about it, but genuinely, you know how people say, no one says this actually. You know, grass, wilderness, all of these, they make sometimes in some special cases, they make things look bad. I mean, why does this look bad outside when it's going around in veins, but grass and trees don't get the same impression?
It seemed like he was too far gone. He was spitting the doctrine of a cultist through and through. At this moment, I knew my only option was betrayal.
So, what if I told you that this entire time...
No, we're not doing this. We're not
What
doing
if I
this.
told you that this entire time,
I don't like
Assassin? What if I told you that this entire time I've been spying on you?
Why?
I'm
What did I
ending your
do?
skulk thing right here. It's ending right here, right now, with your death.
It's not ending. You're just gonna make me more infected. If you care either way,
And
you're
I'm
not gonna
blowing up
get
this
anything from
base
this.
right now.
You know, but you know, killing me, it's just not gonna get you anywhere. You
I
do
think
not
it's gonna
realize
get
that.
me somewhere, buddy.
Come on. You don't even see me fighting.
I don't really care. What do you want? AV.
Oh my god.
This ends soon. The moment you made me kill Tackle was when I realized that I was on the wrong side.
You think you're being a hero when you have no idea what you're doing. When I told you to kill Tackle, he was here to kill
I think it's
us.
time. I can't support an evil cult trying to unite the server. Realistically, it's gonna end it. Quite fun to this little act right now, but it's time.
Let's go. Destroying the TNT.
This is all in the best interest of the server.
Oh, best interest in the server, right?
Because the sculk is not the best interest.
It was done. This was where the war was supposed to end. This was where everything would be solved. With Assassin dying by one of his own members, he would have to dissolve his team. That's not what happened. Quite the opposite, actually. Hyper went around trying to infect as many people as possible, and was actually successful in converting nearly a quarter of the server, including one of my old teammates. It was supposed to end with Assassin's death, but instead it fueled their resolve to take over. This was where I knew I had to encounter the most powerful player myself. A few days went by and Hyper went live, converting people to sculk variants. I knew exactly where he was doing this, so I met him halfway through a conversion.
Hey, my boy Nape. Hey,
Hi. What you got going on here, buddy? What you got going on here? I don't think that this is actually really cool how you're locking them up, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they didn't say they didn't want to be, so...
But like, what if they just couldn't tell you? Maybe the sculk hasn't done anything bad yet, but it's gonna do something bad. I'm sure about that one.
But right now, it's completely innocent.
I've already begun acting because I know what this team's up to. I was a member of this team previously, but I know what it's up to.
They're not using anyone's brains. People look at here. People compare it to the underneath of a couch.
What you're doing here is a cult. That's all it is, really.
Naruto, I hope you don't kill me today.
I'm not necessarily gonna jump you right now, but I hope you realize that in the future, I will make it my sole goal to be the one man to take down this entire operation. If anyone's gonna take over the server, it's gonna be me. So I'm not a big fan of this team trying to do that before me. I'll leave you. I'm ending this sculk thing myself at my own hands.
I intended to jump Hyper here, however it was useless. Either way, he was too far gone. On my way to leave, I encountered something. A button? The subscribe button? I'm gonna celebrate with my friend to 1K subscribers. The winner has to change their skin for an entire month. So please subscribe so I don't lose. Now seriously, Hyper was fully indoctrinated, a major issue. As I said during this meeting, I plan to take down this entire sculk operation, and the first step was betray. Now the most major part is to consistently sweep them in battle and make them lose all hope. I logged off at Assassin's base and just watched. As soon as I saw players, I logged on and engaged in battle. Now, there's something I forgot to tell you. I cherish my life very much on this server because I haven't died a single time. My immortality was what kept my strong image, so going into battle, I was sort of worried about losing it. I engaged the fight against 2 players and quickly started winning. Eventually, I even managed to pop one of their totems, and after I blocked off the exit, making it nearly impossible for them to escape, I was super confident that I could win. They began to run, but I stopped them and forced them back into the main cave area. Eventually, after another member of their team came in the fight, it quickly became clear how hopeless this was. It's a 3-1 against some of the better players in the server. I can't win. However, I decided to keep my honor and keep fighting. After a while more fighting, my boots broke and I was dying. After even more fighting, they trapped me in a cobweb in a small corner of the base and finished me off.
Oh my god.
No way you died.
There's a 1v3, bro, that's crazy.
It was over. After a little bit of thinking, I realized that I have lost everything. My team, I betrayed. My immortality was fully gone, lost to a bunch of randoms. The resistance didn't even care to take me in, and after I lost everything by betraying my team and dying, they refused to accept me as one of their own. It's clear that all of my efforts mean nothing. All I wanted to do was save the server, however that was something I wasn't welcome to do. I have nothing left.
Now we're all. It's
Embrace it. Don't listen to them taking away your power. This is a blessing. Oh my god.
Oh god,
Dearie,
guys.
if you don't move out of this goddamn sculk in 5
What
seconds,
the-
I will never
Oh yeah!
Oh, he's Union Jack!
Union Jack! Union Jack!